good evening and welcome to the program.
However, experience
saying the earth is round
the
and not
suppository of all wisdom.
They're the so-called man caves where many husbands who
G'day, patriots all across Australia.
on their own.
Providing people who grounds of racist.
Well, then you're a racist.
In our democracy and way of life
One in
and
six
culture, and I
Australians
believe
is
it's
now
not.
living off the dole.
Being persecuted for expressing their right to free
We don't want
speech.
Australia to be overrun by these people.
And I got obsessed with my body straight away.
Indeed. Well, we're in the grip of the Ice Age, the dealing and use of the drug ice.
On religious preaching in Rundle
The
Mall.
Australian flag, Anzac Day, the national anthem, bacon.
Hey, welcome to Hide from Fire. I am, as always, Adam Sage, and no dashcam footage this episode either, but I was going to say something else, and I completely forgot. Man, I start off every podcast really fucking desperate, don't I? Desperate? No, desperate isn't the right word. Really fucking just out of it and not knowing what I'm doing and trying to think of a word that would describe it, and I can't think of it because my brain is a mess for some reason. Every time I start this, it always takes me ages to get into it. But anyway, yeah, let's just get straight into it with our first story. And our first story is the first story is a follow-up on a story I covered last week. By the way, last week's episode, banned from YouTube for hate speech. I don't know, must be because I said the word faggot so many times. Oh, and this one's now banned too.
You're fucking a white male!
And here it comes. First burp of the podcast. Yeah, anyway, it's a follow-up on the dudes from Grindr. Well, the dudes who use Grindr to lure an old man. Yeah, more details have now come out about that. About that story and that case, I guess it is, since it's a police matter. Anyway, more details have come out about that, and as always, let's just get straight into it. Okay, brothers, Michael Kerr, I'm guessing that's how it's pronounced, and Brett Kerr, charged with kidnapping and torturing elderly man. Two brothers have been refused bail for their alleged assault on an older man who had visited a house willingly after exchanging details on Grindr. Haha, they said last time a social media app, but they didn't want to say what it was. And I think we've got a thing here. Let's just see if this clip is actually related to it. You never know with these fucking people. And if you fucking start playing ads, which I know you're going to, you cunts.
I'm Rebecca Morse with the 10 News First online update this afternoon. Greater powers, the state government trying to pass laws to force the detention of victims who could spread coronavirus.
What has this got to do with the thing?
A chicken truck rollover causes freeway dramas.
Yeah, none of this has anything to do with the fucking story, so why put it on the fucking story? God, if you're not gonna... Okay, anyway, let's get back into the actual story. Two brothers, have appeared in court, blah, 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 Grindr app. Why do they always write the headline again, just to take up more space? It's fucking lazy on their part. Anyway, Charlie Michael Kerr, 20, and his brother Brett Kerr, 36, have been charged with a raft of offences over the incident. See, I told you last time it was Grindr. They just said social media app, but of course it was fucking Grindr. How else do you lure a fucking man to your house? Grindr, people like to say that, there's all this violence against women and there's, all white straight men are the fucking cause of all the fucking problems. But whenever these fucking weirdo fucking killings and weirdo bashings happen, it's always on fucking Grindr. Anyway, Magistrate Paul Bennett heard that Charlie Clare and the elderly man had been communicating using Grindr, a social media app designed for gay, bisexual, and transgender people. Well, congratulations, you're putting bisexuals and transgenders into the same creepy category as these people. But yeah, okay, that's your prerogative. The court heard they exchanged phone numbers and photos of themselves. Now, notice it's only two of them. I guarantee, because as per last episode, there were three of them involved in this. There were three people involved in this. They're not going to say who the third one is. And yeah, as you can tell by the photos where they blurred out his face and were made sure not to show his hands or any other of his, like his person, his skin. That's because I'm going to go ahead and assume that this person wasn't white. Therefore, they don't want him associated with the case. This is exactly what they did with the Proud Boys in New York City when they, there were 3 Proud Boys who got into a fight. 2 of them were white. The other guy was Mexican, so a brown person. They had the Mexican, they gave him a separate trial because they wanted to paint the Proud Boys as like white nationalists. And that's exactly what the corporate media is doing right here. They don't want the third guy involved because one of them wasn't white, so they have to leave him out of the story, and he will have I guarantee, he will have a completely separate trial that won't get coverage by corporate media at all. And I'm just going to go ahead and assume the guy's...
Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar!
Yeah.
Allah Akbar!
Yeah, you can guess what the other guy's fucking ethnicity might be. So designed for gays, bisexuals, blah, blah, blah. Early on Saturday morning, they agreed to meet behind a supermarket on Adelaide Road in Murray Bridge. Again, this is like, this old guy is so fucking, he's trying to hide the fact that he's gay, or the fact that he's like trying to pick up fucking like young men, that he agrees. Like, why would you agree to that anyway? Behind a supermarket. And yeah, but you know, gay people aren't perverted, gay people aren't weird or whatever. They're just normal people like you and I. I know that if I want to meet up with a woman, I often suggest meeting behind a supermarket early hours of the morning. It's just, you know, a completely logical thing to do. Okay.
Gay!
Murray Bridge. Prosecutor Linda Rose said they went to Brett Clare's house, but the victim had not been aware the older brother was home. Okay, so see, they used the young one as bait. And what does that say about the fucking gay community? The fact that they're using the youngest brother as bait for this. Like, you know, gay men make up, like I said, 1% of the population, and they make up 40% of pedophiles. You know, you do the fucking math there. Okay, this is what she said. They went to the victim's motor vehicle with consent. The victim had been blindfolded, handcuffed, and has taken his clothes off, she said. Okay, so they went to the motor... Wait, hang on. Has taken his clothes off? So he undressed himself. So he was... That makes it sound like he was keen for all of this. Okay, let's read on. The victim has had his hands tied together with duct tape, and the defendant, Brett Clare, has entered the room. So this guy was... this old cunt willingly undressed himself, and then was willingly like tied up in that and blindfolded, and he suddenly realized things were going wrong when another man entered the room. At that point, the defendant, Charlie Clare, has become quite aggressive, called the victim a pedophile, and said he had to pay him $5,000 or there would be consequences. Okay, so this was like it's, you know, not quite the way Chris Hansen from Catch a Predator would do it, but, you know, nevertheless, this guy thought he was going to have sex with, like, I think the original guy, I should say up the top here or whatever. 20 and 36. Okay, so the 20-year-old is clearly pretending to be younger than he actually is. He's pretending to be, he's pretending to be fucking underage, and that's what attracted this guy to it. They knew he was a pedophile, and they knew they could get something out of him. Charlie Clare then allegedly tried to unlock the victim's phone to delete the Grindr messages, okay, because you don't want a digital fucking paper trail. Charlie Clare has then produced an electric drill and a hatchet. He has held the drill near the victim's elbow, demanding the passcode, Miss Ross said. He then moved the drill to the victim's head and threatened to cut his fingers off with a hatchet. So if this guy is blindfolded the whole time, what, are they pretending the drill is a gun? Because you don't need something you hold in your hand like that. It could be anything. Or maybe they're trying to do whatever the fucking Quentin Tarantino fucking movie, was it Hostel? Maybe just threatening to drill into him, because that would hurt like a motherfucker. They also used a knife to cut the victim and held a blowtorch which was burning at the time and threatened to burn the victim. Oh, I've played this video game. They've also produced a syringe needle, told the victim it contained AIDS, and then injected it into his right elbow. Okay, so what did they inject him with is the question. Because if it was just air, it would have killed him. It would have put an air bubble in his veins and it would have gone to his heart and stopped it. So there must have been something in there. The court heard, so yeah, they've basically just done everything they've seen in movies. These are not the smartest people ever. These people are really fucking dumb.
How dare you?
Yeah, how dare I make fun of the gays? The court heard the brothers punch the victim and threatened to take him to see. This is when, if you're the victim, you know they're not serious, because they've threatened you with a drill, a hatchet, and a blowtorch, and then they hit you. So they're clearly not trying to fucking actually do any grievous bodily harm. They're just trying to fucking scare the guy. So yeah, at that point, but I guess in the moment you don't really know. They punched the victim, and threatened to take him to a secluded spot in the bush and leave him there, where the victim shouted for help. When the victim shouted for help, a rag was allegedly stuffed in his mouth. I love how this is all allegedly, but I guess, it's an ongoing court case. The court heard the ordeal ended when the victim was driven to his house to collect bank cards. So, yeah, this guy's smart. This guy clearly is fucking trolling for fucking young dick, because he knows to leave basically everything at home. He probably didn't even show up with a driver's license. Well, but then again, I guess he would have had to at least shown up with his driver's license, because they would have had, well, how else, unless he told them, would they know where to drive to, what his address was? The brothers then are then accused of leaving in the victim's car and were arrested later that day. They were refused bail, but Mr. Burnett ordered home detention reports. What does that mean? So they might get away with it? So that means they did... The fact that they might get home detention instead of like... Because this is like kidnapping. This is like an absolute serious case. The fact that they might get home detention means they were definitely lying to him about the 20-year-old being underage. And yeah, this guy is a genuine pedophile, because why else? Why else would that happen? Why else would they even be considering bail? But then again, you don't know, with all these fucking progressive judges and that, they just don't want, they don't want anything negative to come out about fucking, pedophiles. They don't want anything negative to come out about people who seek out underage fucking children. They don't want any of this negative shit to come out about, that community. And speaking of a community that has a problem with fucking being pedophiles, let's go over to Finland now. Finland crackdown on criminal migrants after children gang raped. I shit you not. Yes, this is the thing, for years we were told, there are no-go zones in Europe, there are none of this, it's none of that, and I'm just noticing now, there's a woman who looks exceptionally like Austin Powers on the screen. We're told that there's these there aren't any of these no-go zones, this isn't a thing, that, accepting refugees is a good thing, accepting all these fucking... what do you call them? Financial fucking migrants, or whatever the fuck they call them. This is all good. That, no bad can come from this. From having an influx of Muslims come into your country, nothing fucking bad is going to come from,
Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar!
Finland is set to speed up the deportation of criminal aliens after it emerged a 10-year-old girl. Yes, that's right. A 10-year-old girl was repeatedly raped and abused by migrant predators. Commenting on the shocking inhumanity of cases, President, fuck you, Drake Drive. I cancelled that. Yeah, anyway, that was embarrassing. Of cases, President Salih Nicito no, that's not Finnish either. Anyway, said the country must, quote, show strength in punishing the rapists in order to stigmatize the evil of their actions, so that Finland can quote continue to have a just, safe society. So, okay, Finland is a developed first world country. Very fucking socialist, very progressive. Now they have to try to stigmatize the evil of, of kidnapping and raping a 10-year-old girl. They need to put out things to stigmatize that, because apparently the new arrivals in Finland don't see that as a negative. But, we're all supposed to have open borders and just accept people, all cultures are equal and all that fucking online fucking virtue signaling horseshit. Yep, how about,
You will die without honor.
Authorities in Oula, a city and municipality, that's the word I was trying to read. I think I might need glasses, or I might just need to stop doing this half cut. Anyway, in northwest Finland, with just over 200,000 residents on Wednesday, announced that a total of 10 suspects had been arrested in connection with the sexual abuse and violence carried out against 3 children under the age of 15 in the region. And, due to the religion, I'm guessing. All of the men taken into custody. By the way, reporting on this is what got fucking Tommy Robertson put in fucking jail. Reporting on shit exactly fucking like this. Anywho, all of the men taken into custody either entered the country as asylum seekers or were welcomed to Finland under the refugee quota schemes, according to a press release. Oh man, here come the fucking burps. According to a press release from the Oula Police Department. Yeah, no shit. EU confirms funding for migrants massed as Bosina border. Locals say crime rife. Okay, that was just a link to something. Anyway, 8 of the 10 men, one of whom is still at large, so you've still got a fucking pedophile fucking kidnapper out there. Well done, Finland. Have been accused of repeatedly raping a 10-year-old girl in their apartment over a period of several months. Okay, where were the parents? Yeah, I do feel sorry for the girl and the parents, obviously. But what the fuck? This is what happens when you tell your child, don't judge a book by its cover. Just because somebody looks different doesn't mean they are different. I guarantee this girl went to a fucking public school. I 100% guarantee it. This is the kind of naivety, this is the kind of fucking mentality that public schools fucking provide. Trust me, I went to one. They want you in harm's way just in case nothing happens to you, so they can prove that, everybody is equal and all that fucking lefty horseshit. Several months of the subject of the child to beating, violence after she was groomed on social media. Yeah, this is exactly what they do. This is happening in the fucking UK. This is happening all fucking across Europe, and no one's reporting on it. The fact that it's not happening here in Australia makes me think that there must be a fucking huge fucking cover-up. But anyway, I probably should do some investigative Googling to find out what's going on here in Australia. But anyway, let's just continue with Finland for the time being. Police have subsequently advised parents and children to be on the lookout for migrant predators on the internet. Oh, this must hurt their social justice mentality in Finland. This must hurt it so fucking hard that they have to say, be on the lookout for migrant predators on the internet. That's basically saying don't talk to fucking brown people when you're online. Oh, this has just got to hurt the socialists so fucking bad. Children's look over their migrant with Commissioner Marcus Kitchkin, or whatever the fuck, however the fuck it's pronounced, telling local media, for young people meeting in a foreign heritage. I have no idea what the Finnish accent is like. Yeah, no, I know what Finnish women sound like. I have no idea what Finnish men sound like. Hey, foreign heritage man can happen. Heritage man can happen spontaneously. For example, during party. Yeah, this is happening. This has been happening in like fucking Canada as well. These fucking Syrian fucking refugee kids basically raped a chick at a school dance, and the school told the parents, please drop the charges because we don't want to portray a fucking perpetuate rather a stereotype that they're all fucking rapists, even though they're all fucking rapists. But hey, you got to be woke. Yeah, wokeness over safety. That's basically the message that the left send when it comes to shit like this. Kaya Mikhail, or whatever the fuck her name is, Minister of Interior, recommended the country crack down on migrants accused of serious crimes after it emerged that a number of the suspects had been granted citizenship. Yeah, no shit. This is why we need to deport people. And like what we've got going on, and I'll probably talk about it on the next episode. I probably should have pulled it up because it actually relates to this. But here in Australia, we now have a trend. This new thing is starting up when people are going to get deported for serious crimes or whatever. They claim, if they're not white, they simply claim to have Indigenous Australian heritage. So if they're even slightly African looking, even slightly, have a hint of the, what do they call it? A touch of the tar brush, as older generations would say. Yeah, anything like that, they would, they're now starting to claim that they're Indigenous because it's really fucking hard to prove and, really easy to get fucking progressives to believe you. It says, things like this should not be happening in Finland, he said. Speaking on the YLE's A Studio earlier this week, as it reported figures revealing foreign nationals were heavily overrepresented in the country's rape cases. Yeah, no shit. That's why fucking Sweden is the fucking rape capital of Europe. Also, the capital for fucking hand grenade attacks. Yeah, go figure. There are, of course, some Finnish people who commit terrible rapes, but the fact is that foreigners are much more likely to be suspect. Now I'm getting into a Russian accent. Much more likely to be suspect. This must not be brushed under carpet. Now I'm just going full Russian. He told the public broadcaster. Oh God, this has got to hurt them so much. Highlighting legislative amendments to speed up the deportation of criminal migrants, which were approved by the government last month. Fucking good on them. See, this is like, when people like Bernie Sanders, talk about Denmark and Sweden and all this, and how they're socialist and how they're democratic socialists and all that. They're winding back all that shit because it is destroying their countries. So the very people that he gives examples of, because, he used to give examples of fucking, like Cuba and Venezuela and how great they were doing under socialism. Then everything turned to shit because of socialism. So now he stops using them. So, everybody says Venezuela. Yeah, and, Denmark and Sweden, democratic socialism. Yeah, he goes on about them, but now they're all pulling back. They're going away from all this fucking democratic socialism horseshit. They're going away from that, and they're fucking they're going back to fucking capitalism, that because they're running out of money. The welfare state is completely destroying their countries, and B, all this woke horseshit, all this woke socialist horseshit is literally getting fucking people raped, or women are getting raped because of it. Highlighted legislation last month added the added the asylum seeker. The asylum system, rather, is not doing its job if authorities are unable to remove individuals whose claims are rejected, or even migrants suspected of committing serious crimes. Yeah, no shit. This is why you don't want fucking open borders. Just ask fucking Greece. Legal appeals, quote, currently under lodge against practically all criminal removal orders, delaying enforceable deportation rulings from several months to years, according to local media, which reports the amendment agreed last month would significantly crack down on the appeals tactic in cases of individuals found guilty of serious criminal offences. Yet, no shit, it absolutely should be. Why are you even entertaining the idea of keeping these people here? How about you fucking close your borders off? Like, people always talk about how racist Australia was because during the, during fucking World War II and that, they had we had what was labelled, and it was labelled. What was labelled the White Australia policy. It wasn't a White Australia policy. You didn't have to be white to get into Australia as a fucking asylum seeker. You had to be of Western, a Western background. That was it. We didn't want people coming from the Middle East. We didn't want people coming from Asia. We didn't want people whose cultures would clash with our own. We wanted people who could assimilate and become Australians. Because like the Seekers nationalist song says, I am, you are, we are Australian. That's nationalism. We are all one thing. We are all Australian. And we all share the one goal, and that is the betterment of Australia. But obviously, the people coming in are not doing that. Criminal offences. Finland has accepted a large number of third world. See, this is the thing. You import the third world, you become the fucking third world.
How dare you?
Yeah, how dare I indeed. Finland has accepted large numbers of third world migrants in recent years, under not only the EU's controversial quota scheme, and good on the fucking UK for leaving the EU, which redistributes migrants who entered Europe illegally from frontline countries such as Greece across to other countries in the bloc. Yeah, Greece is not fucking having anything of this anymore, and fucking Turkey is just sending them in anyway. But also through the UN transfer program. When are people gonna learn to tell the EU to go fuck itself? The EU and the UN. Tell them both to go fuck themselves. That's why I'm so glad Australia and Canada has this advantage as well, that we are, even though we're part of, technically could have been the EU, we are not landlocked to them, so we don't have this fucking problem. And fucking God bless that we don't. Thank fucking God that we don't. Finland announced last December it would ship another 750 migrants into the country directly from Africa and the Middle East under the program. Okay, so directly from actual rape cultures. Like what all the progressives claim is going on fucking, what do they call it? On fucking university campuses. Blanked on that for whatever reason. Yeah, this rape culture shit that they claim is actually going on in universities. When you're talking Africa and the Congo, Sudan, and fucking, in the Middle East and shit, these are actual rape cultures. When they say 1 in 5 fucking female students on a university campus has experienced sexual assault, they get that 1 in 5 number. It's 100% not true, by the way. That's completely fucking false. It is absolutely.
You are fake news.
But the reason they say that is where they get the 1 in 5 number from is fucking places like fucking Sudan and the Congo. Actual rape cultures. Where were we? Scheme, resisted migrants, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, Finland announced last December, it would do that, and I read that. Published by the Euro Committee, which spends huge sums of European tax dollar cash on importing transfer refugees. And speaking of, so this is what's going on in Finland. And speaking of using a lot of their fucking taxpayers' cash to, support refugees, here, once the page loads, is what some of that money is going towards now. video. Finnish interpretive TikTok dance aims to help girls deter migrant rapists. So this is Finland's fucking response. This is their response to fucking what's going on. They're gonna combat these fucking rapists. They're gonna stop it all by basically creating a dance on fucking TikTok. And I'm guessing TikTok is what these fucking creeps are using. I think, I was too old for fucking Snapchat, so I never used it. And I'm most certainly too old for TikTok now. I'm still too old for Snapchat. But, this is the thing. This is like, I'm showing my age that I'm definitely middle-aged now. Because, I was, I always thought the young people were on Snapchat. Turns out there's a whole new fucking social media platform. And I'm guessing the people who still use Snapchat are considered old now. So I'm like old now. Okay, where was I going? Okay, Finnish taxpayers. So 2.5 million euros out of pocket following migrant-led rape gang scandal. So they've spent $2.5 million they've allocated towards this. And here we can see these Finnish chicks, women, god damn it. Only one of them's halfway attractive. Sad feeling. That is fucking sad. That's what happens when you let in fucking third world people into your country. Statistically, everyone gets uglier. And yes, I'm vaping. Like a douche. A very cringeworthy interpretive dance video supposedly created to protect underage girls from being raped on TikTok. They're not being raped on TikTok. They're being raped for real. But, their predators are using TikTok because, all they have to do is say, like, if you don't respond to me, like, think about it. If you're one of these fucking migrant people and, as savage as they are, they're still human. They're not stupid. All they have to do is look at it and go, well, I can just tell a woman she has to let me fuck her. And if she says no, I'll call her racist. So she has... Yeah, and if you're teaching all the fucking kids in school that they have to be woke, that they have to be progressive, then that means you're teaching them they can't say no to a person of colour. If a person of colour demands something of them, they have to obey, otherwise they're racist. This is exactly what they're being taught in these schools, and you see that with the university in the US, where this fucking black chick just walks in and says, this is a multicultural center, all the white people need to leave, and a whole bunch of fucking woke fucking social justice white people get up and leave because a person of color told them to. Yeah, well, what do you think is going to happen when you pump a fucking, 12-year-old girl's head with the same exact horse shit, and then a fucking, 30-year-old fucking black guy tells her she has to take off her pants? You're going to get the same fucking reaction. And these people know this, and,
How dare you?
Yes, how dare I indeed. And I suppose from saying that I deserve the racist gong. Yeah, in 2018, a migrant-led rape scandal broke in northern Finland, city of Oula. This is the story we just read, with girls as young as 10 years old being subjected to hideous acts of sexual depravity. The bulk of the perpetrators were foreign-born men, who surfed the wave of immigration following the 2015-16 migrant crisis. What's her name? Oh, I forget her name. It's not Laura Loomer. That's the Jewish chick. Anyway, Canadian chick did a whole fucking borderless documentary about this. I'm blanking on her name. Anyway, Finnish pundit Tina Wiki. God, what is it with people named Wiki? Anyway, who tweeted the viral video, wrote, My hometown has launched a 250 million euro project called Safe Ola that aims at combating migrant rape crisis. This is where the money goes. Kill me now. Fucking good on her for saying that. So the idea is that if you're a 10-year-old girl trapped in an apartment with 10 horny Iraqis, just say, stop, don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. That is literally what the fucking thing is.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square.
And that's how you stop a rape from happening, apparently, according to fucking the woke. And it'll be fine, I have no words. Yeah, Tina Wiki tweeted. She then adds, referring to a previous purported rape deterrent, and if the rape Macarena isn't enough, this chick's awesome. If the rape Macarena isn't enough to stop them, there's always the oldie but goodie advice from our public news network. Just stretch your arms out in front of you with the palm facing the attacker, and the rapist will go away. So yeah, just put out your hands like a fucking stop sign. Several social media users picked apart the seemingly ineffectual video, preferring more direct, long-lasting solutions to potential rapists. Yeah, like, I'm guessing kill them or don't import them. One person says, one woman says, I'd stretch out with both arms with my finger on the trigger and they'd have to go away. That would stop them. Fortunately, I have that right here. So this has obviously come from an American woman because, guns are the great equalizer. Allow fucking women to have fucking guns. Yeah, and another, she also goes on to say, stop, don't touch my bum. This is my no-no gun. Yeah. See, that's what it would be in fucking America. This would be more effective educational tool, blah, blah, blah. Talking about the €2.5 million spent on the project to protect young girls, one commentator said, I'm assuming the $2.5 million was spent on lots of other things too. I'm curious how stupid and useless those other things were. In which then replied, Lawrence, this is just the first taste of it. I'm not sure I want to see the rest. Yeah, so, yeah, and she's absolutely right. This is just the first, this is the first taste of it. And, yeah, I've just played a little clip. So let's see the actual video.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square.
This is how you stop rape. That's how you apparently stop rape. That is so dumb, I have to play it again. Whoa. What happened there? Apparently, I clicked a no-no button. Here we go. This is so dumb.
Stop! Don't touch me there.
Okay. Just look at these fucking idiots. And they've all got their little fucking vests on to make them feel... And look at the two fucking beta cucks in the back. Yeah, the one, God, and they always wear glasses, the progressives. That's why they're called statement glasses, because that's all it is, a fucking statement. But the one blonde chick is kind of, a little mannish, but kind of cute. Anyway, and just look at these fucking sad fuck guys in the background. And, yeah, watch the guy in the background.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square.
What is this part? You shake your hips because, to make yourself less attractive? Because, I don't know, I'm pretty sure Shakira would disagree. And her hips don't lie.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square.
Okay, see, the guy in the back on the left, who's clearly got his hair pulled back in a fucking ponytail. Of course he does. What a faggot. Watch how enthusiastic he gets about the hip shaking thing. I think someone might be just a touch gay.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square.
Yeah, look at him. He's doing a completely different... Okay, I'm going back on that again. He's doing a completely different dance from everybody else. He's really into it. It's like, oh yeah, this is my no-no square. Oh, I'd like to have you in my no-no square. And he's standing on a fucking chair. He's standing on a chair talking about dancing about his no-no square. Other accounts including James Woods spoke about the video, Finnish city is increasing problems, blah, 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 and it just goes on. So, yeah, that's the fucking world. And speaking, you know what? I've got another video here. This is what's going on in France. If you don't think, you know, that this is an actual problem, yeah, or you refuse to believe it, like, yeah, like, obviously, this is just fucking stupid. This is just fucking, yeah, really fucking dumb. It's fucking ridiculous and whatnot. But the idea that, you know, like I said before, if you import the third world, you become the third world. Well, here's a video from France at the moment. This is, like, again, apparently these no-go zones are just made up, and it's their fucking right-wing talking points, and only fucking alt-right neo-Nazis think it's real. Well, here's a video from France. This is going on. This is France. A section of France right now. Yeah. No, that's not... Yeah, because that, you know, when I think of fucking gay Paris, you know, I think of fucking, you know, garbage fucking street markets. This is exactly what I fucking think about when I think about fucking Paris. You know, this doesn't make me... Yeah.
Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar!
Again, this is exactly what I think of when I think of fucking, you know, Paris. I think of fucking slums like this. I think of fucking, yeah, just garbage people creating a garbage society. But of course, you know... Yeah. No, this looks fucking awesome. This is exactly what Europe should look like. A fucking... Look at this. This is fucking disgusting. Like, I guarantee there are fucking Asian countries in Indonesia who would look at this and think, ugh. But hey, you know, I guess that makes me... Oh, that's fucking gross. And is this guy just walk? Look at that.
Voilà. On est censé être au milieu du marché aux puces marseillais.
This French guy. He's not happy.
Ça part du 15e là-bas.
I have no idea what he's saying, but I can tell he's not impressed.
Le boulevard Daniel Casanova. C'est immonde. C'est dégueulasse.
Yeah. It is fucking ridiculous.
Engagé par la voix de Caroline Posmentier à y mettre les moyens. On devait avoir la police, l'URSSAF, les douanes.
Okay, something about, yeah, no police. Yeah, I guarantee police, like, the reason they're called no-go zones doesn't mean you can't go there. It means when they say no, this is the thing people don't understand about the term no-go zone. It doesn't mean you as a person, like, can't go there. There's nothing restricting you from going there, but you won't want to go there. Also, they're called no-go zones because the police won't go there. Because it's like, yeah, at the end of the day, the police are just people doing their jobs. They're not going to go into an area where they know there's like a very high percentile chance that they're just going to get fucked with. They're just going to get fucking knives fucking thrust at them. They're just going to get shot at. It doesn't happen. So that's why these areas become slums. You see it all over the world. That's what makes it a no-go zone. It isn't that a fucking private citizen can't legally walk down the street. They absolutely can. What makes it a no-go zone is the police don't want to go there. It's no-go for the police. And when police don't want to go into a fucking area, when police are afraid of going into a fucking area, then you've got huge problems.
Ils n'ont jamais rien fait. Jamais rien fait. Celles et ceux qui nous parlent de
look at this guy. He's clearly disgusted with what's become of his once great nation. Look at this. Yeah, and look at how fucking nice these little fucking cottages, these little villas around the place, and all the greenery. But then it's just swarms of fucking disgusting people. Again, I know I'm racist for saying that. Yeah, and I'm doing really bad with the fucking transition between the videos at the moment. Yeah, and this is exactly what's happening. It's happening everywhere. It's happening all over fucking Europe. It's just fucking absolutely retarded. And staying on Europe, this is going to be a Europe-heavy episode. Why not? Yeah, let's get to the next story, which is police is now going to London to merry old England. Hello, governor. Cup of tea. Police record 120,000 non-crime hate incidents that may stop accused getting jobs. Right, so, yeah, this is basically what happened to fucking Count Dankula, Tommy Robinson. These are these non-crime hate incidents. So basically, there was a woman tweeted, only women are women. A man can, if you just tweet, a man cannot be a woman. That's going to get the police coming to your door in fucking England. Police have recorded, nearly non-crime incidents, have stopped those accused from getting jobs, blah, blah, the Telegraph can disclose. A high court ruled on Friday that the hate crime operational guidelines, which informs police work nationally, have been unlawfully used to interfere with a man's freedom of speech. No fucking surprise here.
How dare you?
The guidelines rolled out 6 years ago by the College of Policing state that any action perceived to be motivated by hostility towards religion, race, or transgender identity. Wow, so not sexuality, but religion, race, or trannies. So if I were to say fucking Muslim... okay, so religion, race, and transgender. Okay, so if I was to say Mozrat... okay, yeah, would that work? Mozrat nigger tranny. That's like straight up fucking hate speech, and that can't be said. I guarantee if what I said before, this didn't get this video banned for hate speech, this absolutely what I just said then absolutely will, therefore proving my fucking point because I was using it in context, saying that would be considered hate speech, and I am absolutely sure Susan WikiWiki from YouTube will absolutely consider that hate speech through her horseshit algorithms. Or algorithms. Yeah, one's correct, the other isn't. Okay, race or transgender identity. The fact that they had to throw trannies in there just shows how horseshit this is. Irrespective of whether there is any evidence to identify the hate element. So it doesn't matter whether it's hateful or whatever. If you just simply say, XY chromosome is a man and XX is a woman, that's it. That's transgender hate speech. You're just stating, basically, if you're a biologist and you put out a fucking paper and it goes online, that's technically fucking putting out hate speech because you're not doing it about you're not doing it to put anyone down. You're not doing it in a malicious way at all. You're just stating biological facts. Well, by these standards, that is fucking hate. This is fucking ridiculous. Despite police accepting that such incidents are not crimes, they are still logged on a system and can even show up during a DBS check when applying for work. So if you're trying to get your fucking police clearance and you've said no words online, you will be denied said police clearance. This is absolutely fucking ridiculous. And, I got other stories coming from Australia this week, but I'm just going to fucking leave it there. And this one is just going to be, about no words and the no square. Because, we'll get into some absolutely ridiculous shit that's been happening in Australia, especially concerning the coronavirus. We'll get into that on Friday's episode. But for now, Uru. I'll catch you cunts later, and I'll speak to you all on Friday. Peace. Okay, I gotta find my button here. This is awkward. All right, see ya.
Divide us. He will not 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 get the fuck up! Get the fuck up! Get the fuck up! Get the fuck up! Neither will fucking he. So don't come out here if you're a troll.
He will not decide us.
Allahu Akbar. Divide us.
Gay!